We are talking with Phyllis and David Groves. Phyllis, you and Nuno are Andrew's best friends. I know you went with Andrew to some of the rock and roll and heavy metal concerts where Andrew interviewed the musicians. Please share with us some of the memories from those concerts.
Sure. Oh my gosh, we went to so many concerts. Some of the concerts that we did go to, I remember going to the Scorpions, and they were just the nicest guys. They were just gentlemanly. Andrew just loved them, so he got a really good kick interviewing them, and he also interviewed some of his favorite musicians as well, like Bret Michaels from Poison. I know that he met Bon Jovi. He loved Bon Jovi. Um, we went to see Trickster, and then backstage to interview them as well. So we've met a lot of people. Very fortunate.
Tell us more about the Poison.
The Poison one. Okay, so when we went backstage with Poison, and Andrew was done interviewing, I don't even know how it came up, but somehow the fact that I played piano came up, and Bret Michaels wanted to hear me play, and I couldn't have been more than 15 or 16. I was like, no, I don't want to play. I was too embarrassed, and he's like, no, I'll put in earphones. And so I started playing Beethoven for him, and he was listening through earphones, and then he was like, sometimes they need musicians for backstage and all that stuff. So he asked for my number, and Andrew's like, all right, the big brother and Andrew came out, and he's like, oh, well, let me give you my number instead. So I thought that was pretty funny.
So he was protecting, right?
He's always protected me. Yes, he was definitely. It's so funny because my parents were strict. Well, my mom was more strict than my dad, but if they knew that I was going out with Andrew, didn't even matter where. They're like, okay, as long as Andrew's going to be there, you're fine.
And I understand that you did meet David through one of these concerts, right? On one of these occasions.
Absolutely,
David?
yeah. So I knew Andrew from playing in my band at the time, Cage. And Phyllis used to tag along with Andrew to go to all kinds of shows, but happened to be, I met her at the Bayou in Georgetown. And
you were probably at that show.
Yes, I know.
And so after that time, obviously she was a little younger than I was allowed to be hanging out with. So, but later on in the future, we ran into each other in a club again and started talking. We were like, oh, I know you, and one thing led to another, and now here we are married. So,
what a beautiful story. David, Andrew aired Cage music on his shows, and Romanian teenagers responded with rave reviews 30 years ago.
Yeah,
share with us
also we were supposed to go to play there, and I guess it was at the time when there was a lot of conflict and we weren't able to go, but that would have been really nice to do the Voice of America thing there. So
can you share with us a brief history of Cage?
Oh yeah, okay, all right. So we were at the end of elementary school and into the beginning of junior high school when we got together. And I had known Jeff Brassfield for a long time, and my brother was in the band, so I'd known him his whole life. So we got together, and it was just kind of almost like a joke thing to start with. We were playing tennis rackets and jamming out to music, and then we said, we should do this, and then so we started very young playing, and we played for a good amount of time, and things were pretty good. So.
Well, did the Cage players pass on their love of rock and heavy metal to their children?
Definitely in my case, for sure. And my child likes heavier music than I like, so he likes everything. But yeah, he's 16, and he just plays almost every single instrument you can think of. He plays and just wants to play all the time. So he's definitely got the bug.
Well, Filiz and David, these are just inspiring memories, and I'm sure that the visitors of the Hello My Friends webpage would like to hear more from you. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, Christina.